point. We see how she gets on. The race about to get underway for round 6 of the Disklok F1000 Championship. It's not a good start from Tom Westworth. Further back, David Shepherd doesn't get away at all. So that could be a problem. I think the car is going now, just about. Very slowly, away it goes. There is Kaylee Cole. She has made good progress because she's already challenging Simon Pratt, who started 3 positions further up on the grid as they head off towards Beckett. It is the Disklok car and the Disklok Back Championship that leads the way. Matt Higginson is ahead of Sam Sattrell in 2nd. Tom Westworth is 3rd, and Eric Cowell, as you suggested he might do, is going after them in 4th.
Certainly as he got very close to the back of Westworth, and he's going to give it another go as they head down the straight towards the next braking zone, but not able to do so just yet. And well, just waiting in behind. There's a spin in the background. That's going to be the number 11 of Pratt. That's an unfortunate moment into Brooklands.
Yeah, big looping spin. That was for the driver who started 5th. Finished in that position in the race earlier, the newcomer to the championship this season. He had a very dramatic race yesterday where his car went up in a cloud of smoke, but he's out of position, at least for now, in this 3rd race of the weekend. Higginson leads by 1.4 seconds. His standing still start lap was a 55.9. That was remarkable. The lap record's only a second faster than that. That shows you how quick these cars get up to speed. Higginson is pushing then up front. Satchwell is 2nd. Westworth is 3rd. Cowell is going with them. Then in 5th position is Ian Abel, and Kaylee Cole, who I think was hoping to race in GB4 this year, couldn't quite get the funds together. So he's back out in her trusty Formula Jedi machine. She runs there in 6th position.
Yeah, she certainly does, and well, she's sandwiched in the middle of Abel and Gauntlet at the moment, so she'll be hoping to challenge towards the top 5 at some point very soon. Satchwell, Westworth and Cowell, though, is the fight that I think is developing at this point. Cowell very, very desperate to get onto that podium. He's come close in the first 2 races of this weekend, and as we head on to the next lap, we'll see what sort of time Higginson's able to set it to 54.8 this time, and the man that broke the lap record yesterday going for it again.
Yeah, he's 2 tenths away from it. Yesterday he did a 54.617, averaging 108 miles per hour around this Silverstone National Circuit. Some of the very fastest cars that race on this layout all year long. And Higginson is trying to be the fastest to do it. There is Eric Cowell, as you say, he's having a good day today. He's 20 from Coventry. Started racing only a couple of years ago in this Suzuki-powered car that is run by the Jedi Racing Cars Works team, if you like. But up front, it's the Mattel Cars machine of Matt Higginson. The team, 2 weeks ago, were at Monaco racing in the historic with former F1000 Championship racer Dan Gore, who had the ex-Derek Daly Tyrrell racing at Monaco. But Mattel coming back to their roots this weekend with the 750 Motor Club and dominating the weekend with Matt Higginson, who does a 55.641. He's 200ths of a second away from that lap record he set yesterday.
He's getting very close to it, isn't it? And I think that's more the challenge for Higginson than any of the drivers behind this weekend. The gaps between him and everybody else, I mean, the lowest one was in race 2, where of course the gap was 4.325, so everybody edging closer but not able to get close to the man at the top just yet, and I don't think they'll be chasing him this weekend. I think it's more a fight for P2.
Yeah, it's about getting points for Tom Westworth because he continues to lead the championship. Matt Higginson crashed out at Brands Hatch and had to miss a couple of races because of that. And that means just scoring consistent points so far for Tom Westworth is a way perhaps to try and take the championship battle. It's a long season in F1000. They have 6 races over the course of the year just here at Silverstone because they'll be back on the international circuit in the summer, and also with races at Snetterton Croft and Donington Park to come. The lead gap is now 4 seconds, so he's already as far ahead as he was at the end of the previous lap. That race, of course, was interrupted by a safety car. But for 2nd place, Sam Satchwell is now starting to be caught by Tom Westworth.
Certainly is Westworth getting close, and this re-ignition of the fight that they had yesterday, and well, the way that one went, they just kept Westworth every single lap, kept trying to get the run down into Copse, couldn't quite do it, and it was lap after lap after lap. I think it ended up being 5 or 6 times in a row where he was able to get close enough, and eventually on the final lap he made that move and jumped up into 2nd place. Thomas Westworth hoping for the same thing here today.
Yeah, they're absolutely nose to tail now. So driver ahead of this battle was the one that got his first podium at Brands Hatch. That was Sam Satchwell. Tom Westworth got his first ever win at Brands Hatch last month, and they're battling out over second position. They're 5 seconds behind the leader after 5 laps. Higginson is averaging a second a lap faster than anyone else, and on such a small circuit with only 4 real corners. That is so impressive to be that much faster than anyone else on this type of circuit. And in his spare car after the crash he had at Brands Hatch. Obviously the Mattel team have built this spare car up to be very, very fast indeed. Yeah,
and he certainly is making the most of it at this point in time, and he certainly likes the Silverstone circuit a lot, as Westworth's going to have a look to the inside here, but he's not going to quite get the run. Wasn't late enough on the brakes because Sam Satchwell saw him coming and then just moved slightly across to make sure that Westworth wasn't able to make the move. But Higginson loves this circuit. 2 out of 3 victories last time out. Craig Pollard, the only driver to be able to snatch it off him in 2025 when we headed to Silverstone, so he is very, very quick. Sam Satchwell and Thomas Westworth both looking for yet another podium, both looking to beat each other.
Where do you think this move might come, Joseph, here at Silverstone? Copse, a super fast corner, probably not the place to pass in these cars.
But I mean, if it's based on the way that they've raced each other so far, Copse is going to be the opportunity that they'll take. However, there has been a couple of moments where they've taken different lines into Brooklyn, so that could be the opportunity. Yeah,
you get a big slipstream, don't you? Especially on a day like today where it's pretty windy. We've heard that from multiple people who are outside. I haven't been outside much, so I haven't got much of that wind. But that's certainly a factor, and particularly in such light cars. It's probably the lightest single-seaters now that race in the UK. Affects these cars probably more than others.
It certainly does, and well, you can see that where you can get the winds pushing onto the cars. I know that wind is pushing them down the main straight, and that's what's helping Higginson be consistently fast. There's your lap record, 54.447.
And that's 2 tenths quicker than yesterday. That is a massive lap from Higginson. Matt Higginson, who's been one of the most successful drivers in 750 Motor Club racing in the last 15 years or so. A 3-time overall RGB champion, and he won a class title on top of that. And then that 5th 750 Motor Club championship came last year in the F1000 championship. So Matt Higginson, a lap record holder here at Silverstone National. He's broken it on a couple of occasions this weekend now. 54.447 is the new time to beat. That's not really what Sam Satchwell and Tom Westworth are worried about. They are trying to contest this second place. They haven't pulled that far away from Eric Cowell, who in turn is a long way clear of Ian Abel and Kaylee Cole. Looks like Kaylee, the Irish woman, having a better race this time. They're in 6th position, but she's just starting to drop away from the Essex-based Ian Abel.
Well, a finish is better than a non-finish, isn't it, for Kaylee Cole? And
that's for sure.
That's what she'll be hoping for in this race. In-depth analysis, exactly. That's exactly what we're getting here. But yeah, I mean, it's going to get really close between the second and third place drivers. 2 tenths between them as they cross the split over the line, and I'm sure it's going to be even closer as they headed through Copse. Maggots and Beckett's now out onto the second straight on the circuit. Is it going to be close enough for Westworth?
Well, they're catching David Shepherd, the driver who stalled to put a lap on him. That could be a factor. It could be just a very late braking move from Tom Westworth, who glides up the inside into Brooklyn's corner. They're wheel to wheel. Westworth's up the curb, but now he's on the wrong line for Luffield, so the inside line goes the way of Sam Satchwell, and now they have David Shepherd's car to lap, and Satchwell is ahead but runs a little wide, Joseph.
He certainly does. They're both going to have to get through on the 29, who's going to be a passenger in this one, but Satchwell and Westworth continue on, and they are going to head side by side out of the final corner. This is the move that we saw so many times yesterday. Are we going to be seeing the move into Copse? Not quite yet. Thomas Westworth backs out of it, sees sense, and well, he knows that there's going to be plenty more opportunities.
Sam Satchwell would like this second place finished, that is for sure. Westworth would like those few extra points as well. Could be critical for the championship as the season goes on. So there he is in 3rd position still. The number on the car is also the position for Tom Westworth at this stage. So 2nd for Satchwell, 3rd for Westworth. That challenge, it looks like it's just dropped him a few tenths further away than what he was.
Certainly does. He's going to have to build himself up again, is Thomas Westworth. There was opportunities to get closer, and he's going to have to do them all. He's going to have to utilise all of them all over again as they cross the line to go to the next lap. And in fact, there will be such a big gap between them two and Higginson now, and they'll cross the split. It'll be more than that 7.3 that was on the last lap. That's just a big gap that they've held over the that Higginson's held over the other two, but now the gap between them about 3.5 tenths.
I think Higginson's backed off now. He did that ultra fast lap. Well, backing off is still as fast as the other two are going, but in reality for him, it's a second a lap slower than what he's done before. So Matt Higginson, there he is, our race leader. Yeah, he's done that lap record, that mighty lap. We've never seen one of these cars go that fast around the Silverstone National Circuit. He's about to put a lap on Wayne Pearson, the driver from Lincolnshire, who started racing back in the 1990s in air-cooled karts. Only has returned to racing recently. So he's about to go a lap down to Higginson. The battle for second comes through Woodcote Corner. Satchwell still ahead of Westworth by those few tenths of a second. They both do personal best, 55.29 for both drivers into Copse Corner. Such a fast corner, well in excess of 100 miles per hour in these cars. And then they head off towards Maggots and Beckett. So you go from the fastest corner, Joseph, to the slowest corner next.
Certainly do, and you're going to have to adjust to that momentum that you will have to break, because of course through Copse you can pretty much maintain the speed in some cars, but then down as you head into Maggots and Beckett, the next couple of corners, it's a complex you have to make the most of. It was that Westworth looking to the inside. I don't think it was quite, but he certainly had a look. Whether he went for it or not, I don't know. I don't think he did. But he is certainly all over the back of Satchwell. Yeah,
he's closer again now, isn't he? We saw that earlier where he was quicker out of Luffield Corner, then catching all the way through Woodcote, and a challenge can come at Copse Corner if you're brave enough. We also want to watch out for track limits, and that is a problem for Tom Westworth. He's been given a driving standards flag for a track limits breach on the previous lap. No penalty yet, but any further indiscretion and a penalty will come. Behind the top four, there we have Ian Abel in fifth, there's Cayley Cole in sixth, and Anthony Gauntlet up the inside of the back marker. He is in seventh position, the former Monoposto racer. He is 1.4 seconds behind Cayley Cole, the only female driver on the grid.
Yes, and well, Cayley Cole at the moment hoping to stay with Ian Abel and make the move up for fifth place rather than drop back into the clutches of Gauntlet. No pun intended, as well, this is the fight back on for this second place. They continue to keep duking it out as they have done all weekend long. I think they're going to get a bit bored of each other at some point.
They were saying earlier as well that they battled quite a lot last year, so they're just sort of continuing that on. They know each other very well. They joined the championship at a similar time, and they turn through Copse, and never really gets any less spectacular. So quick these cars through there. These the fastest cars by quite a long way today at Silverstone, and one of the lowest budget way to go single-seater racing in the UK in the Disklok F1000 Championship, and you race at the same speeds as Formula 4 machinery on about a tenth of the budget. And you can have great fun while doing it. You've got a range of drivers. You've got teenagers on the grid, right up to more mature drivers who perhaps raced many years ago, coming back into racing. The F1000 Championship is open for all, and Matt Higginson is certainly the driver to beat this weekend. Only a few days ago he was very ill indeed and was unsure whether he'd make it to Silverstone, but it's turned out to be totally opposite what it could have been this dominant weekend. Meanwhile, the second place, Tom Westworth had another go at Copse Corner. That does seem to be the place where he is the closest to Sam Satchwell, but not an easy place to pass.
As you say, all welcome. There's 12 years of difference between these two. Tom Westworth well, they're going to keep fighting it out throughout the rest of this race, and well, I don't think there's going to be many more opportunities for Westworth to make the move. He's going to have a look to the inside here. Is he going to be able to get the grip on the exit of the corner? They'll head into Luffield, and he will have that grip, just about to pull ahead of Satchwell, who looks to the outside. The 19 though doesn't quite have the ability to switch back up and under, so it will be a good move from Tom Westworth.
Yeah, it came all of a sudden, really, didn't it, up there at Brooklands Corner. Can Sam Satchwell fight back, or is it going to be another third place, a fifth third place in the row? Surely not. Sam Satchwell is thinking. He's right on the gearbox of Tom Westworth through Copse Corner. He runs a little wide. Westworth can't do that because he would have a track limit penalty. Sam Satchwell's got a little bit in reserve, which he could use up. As they turn into Beckett's, he's tighter through the corner. That means he should be able to get on the power earlier, get into the slipstream of Tom Westworth. Can he repeat the move that Westworth did a lap ago on the way up towards Brooklands Corner, or is he not close enough?
I don't think he's close enough. I think he's going to have a look at it though. Westworth's got to be aware of Satchwell behind, and Satchwell smartly backs out of it in the end. He was nowhere near close enough to make it as Westworth did last time out, but Westworth runs a little bit wide on the exit. That might open the door to Satchwell once again.
1 lap to go in the 6th round of the Disklok F1000 Championship. Matt Higginson. I don't really want to say what I was going to say because that jinxed the previous race. I won't say it yet. Into second place battle into Copse Corner. It's still Tom Westworth ahead, but we saw that Sam Satchwell was strong through Beckett's a lap ago and was able to have a look into Brooklands, but Matt Higginson's not really seen anybody else this weekend. He has just been driving so quickly, doing those 108 mile/hour laps around the Silverstone National Circuit in a car that's just got a 1 litre superbike engine. It was the Genoa originally designed some half a century ago, and the car hasn't changed terribly much since. A car that was originally designed really for hill climbing has made a great circuit racing car. Matt Higginson has drove it superbly and will win for the 3rd time this weekend. A hat-trick of victories at Silverstone for Matt Higginson. 2nd place will go the way of Tom Westworth. Sam Satchwell will have to settle for 3rd again.
Yes, he will. Sam Satchwell just behind Tom Westworth in the end. They've had a great fight all weekend long, and Eric Cal coming home with a 3-peat of 4th places for himself as well.
Yeah, it won't be too difficult to record the results of this, will it? Because they're very similar over the course of the weekend. Ian Abel was 5th, Katie Cole will have returned to race and take 6th. Anthony Gauntlet 7th, Adam Walker 8th, 9th for Wayne Pearson, and David Shepherd should take 10th position. The F1000 Championship will continue at Snetterton next month. So we go from the shortest track on the calendar to the longest circuits. That'll be quite different for everyone to get their heads around.
Oh, it really will. It really will. But they'll have that time to adapt, and they will take it. And yeah, it will just be great fun to watch them. And hopefully somebody will be able to topple Matthew Higginson, who in the last 2 seasons has had one finish off of the podium.
Let's see if we can take a look at the results of round 6. It was Matt Higginson that won. He only won by 6 seconds. He was that far ahead after 6 laps. I don't think he pushed so hard after that. Sam Satchwell was 3rd behind Tom Westworth. Eric Cow was 4th. Ian Abel 5th. Katie Cole 6th. Anthony Gauntlet 7th. Adam Walker was 8th. Wayne Pearson 9th. David Shepherd 10th. And the unlucky Simon Pratt's another non-finish for him. He's had sort of a disappointing season up until this point. So I suggested Snetterton is next. They're back to Silverstone in August, but on the other side, on the international circuit. Croft in September, and Donington Park in October will complete the season. We will hear from Kieran McGinley next, who will meet some drivers he saw this morning.
So then we'll quickly jump in with Matthew Higginson, our winner today, and also another lap record for him, absolutely lighting up those timing sheets. Matt, congratulations, another win on the board for you. How's that? Been a really good weekend for you, another lap record for you here as well.
Yeah, that was a perfect weekend really. Perfect weekend. I mean, that last race was all about putting more daylight on that lap record, to be honest.
It showed at the start then, because I think you got another 2/10 on that lap record there, so another dominant display from you.
Yeah, I wanted that daylight. I knew it was in the car, and weren't really going to stop until I did it. And as soon as I saw that lap time, backed it off a second a lap. Felt like more, but just poodling around, really look after the car. We've got high water temperature, which I didn't quite believe on the dash. It was fluctuating massively, but I think there is an issue. Anyway, nice race to finish on. But yeah, thanks to the team, the family, the sponsors, everything. Perfect weekend. Couldn't ask for more.
And as well, not only did you set the fastest lap, obviously was there any change in the weather conditions, or as the sun's come out? Was that any change to at all?
Not really. I think the wind's stiffer actually from this morning. So I left basically in 5th gear for turn 1 and just hit it flat. So I think that made the difference, to be honest. Everything else was about the same, so yeah, pleased with that.
Well, congratulations on the victory, Matt, and go and enjoy your hat trick.
Yes, many thanks.
Thank you very much, and with that, it's up to the next race.